The remote research facility on the desolate planet of Xylar 9 was a fortress of isolation and secrecy. Rhea's team had managed to infiltrate the facility using advanced stealth technology and expert navigation skills. The harsh environment of the planet, with its swirling dust storms and freezing temperatures, had made the journey challenging, but the team was well prepared for the conditions. Upon entering the facility, Rhea was struck by the stark contrast between the outside world and the interior of the complex. The facility was a maze of gleaming corridors and high-tech laboratories, all meticulously maintained. The Syndicate's operation was clearly state-of-the-art, and the scale of their efforts was both impressive and intimidating. The team's initial mission was to gather as much information as possible without being detected. Rhea led her team through the labyrinthine corridors, their movements precise and deliberate. They used a combination of cloaking devices and encryption tools to avoid triggering any alarms. Their first objective was to locate the Syndicate's Central Operations Hub. The information they had suggested that this hub contained crucial data about the Syndicate's plans and their interest in Project Sentience. Rhea knew that finding this hub would be the key to understanding the Syndicate's intentions. As they navigated through the facility, Rhea noticed the advanced security measures in place. The corridors were lined with biometric scanners and laser grids, each designed to detect and prevent unauthorized access. Rhea's team used their own advanced technology to bypass these defenses, but it was clear that the Syndicate had spared no expense in securing their operations. After several hours of careful navigation, they arrived at what appeared to be the Central Operations Hub. The room was vast and filled with an array of high-tech equipment, including large screens displaying streams of data and holographic interfaces. In the center of the room stood a large cylindrical device, pulsating with a soft blue light. It was clear that this device was of significant importance to the Syndicate. Rhea approached the device cautiously, her eyes scanning the room for any signs of security personnel. She activated a small portable scanner to analyze the device and gather data on its purpose. As the scanner worked, Rhea's team set up a perimeter to ensure they remained undetected. The data collected by the scanner revealed that the device was a sophisticated quantum processor, capable of performing complex calculations at an unprecedented speed. It was designed to interface with a network of other quantum devices, creating a powerful computational grid. Rhea realized that this device could potentially be used to manipulate or decrypt vast amounts of information, making it a critical component of the Syndicate's operations. Rhea and her team continued to gather data on the device and the facility's operations. They discovered a series of encrypted files and communications that appeared to be related to Project Sentience. These files contained references to advanced AI algorithms and neural networks, suggesting that the Syndicate had a deep interest in Elara's research. As they worked, Rhea's team encountered a few security personnel, but their stealth technology allowed them to avoid detection. They carefully retrieved several key documents and data files, which they believed would provide valuable insights into the Syndicate's plans. After several hours of intense work, Rhea and her team decided it was time to withdraw. They had gathered a substantial amount of information, but they needed to return to Elara and Aiden to analyze the data and plan their next steps. The journey back to the ship was uneventful, but the team remained vigilant, knowing that their mission was far from over. Upon their return to the ship, Rhea and her team began the process of decrypting the files and analyzing the data. The information they had gathered was extensive and complex, but it was clear that the Syndicate's interest in Project Sentience was significant. The documents revealed that the Syndicate was working on a project that aimed to exploit advanced AI technologies for their own gain. Elara and Aiden reviewed the data with great interest. The implications of the Syndicate's plans were concerning, and they realized that their work on Project Sentience was more crucial than ever. The Syndicate's attempts to interfere with their research were a clear indication of the importance of their work and the potential impact it could have on the future of AI technology. As they continued to analyze the data, Elara and Aiden discussed their next steps. They needed to remain one step ahead of the Syndicate and ensure that their research was protected. The threats they faced were formidable, but they were determined to see their work through to its conclusion. The days that followed were filled with intense research and planning. Elara and Aiden worked tirelessly to strengthen their defenses and prepare for any potential attacks. They knew that the Syndicate would not rest until they had achieved their objectives, and they were committed to preventing that from happening. In the midst of their preparations, Elara received a message from Rhea. The message contained a detailed report on the Syndicate's activities and their plans for Project Sentience. It was clear that the Syndicate was preparing for a major operation, and Elara knew that they needed to act quickly to protect their research and ensure the success of their project. With the information from Rhea's report, Elara and Aiden devised a strategy to counter the Syndicate's plans. They implemented new security measures and prepared for a possible confrontation. The stakes were high, and the future of artificial intelligence depended on their success. As the team continued their preparations, Elara reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. The challenges they faced were significant, but their commitment to their work and their determination to succeed were unwavering. The echoes of eternity continued to guide them, and they were resolved to see their mission through to its end. The battle for the future of AI was far from over, and the outcome was uncertain. But with each passing day, Elara and her team grew stronger and more determined. The journey ahead would be difficult, but they were prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead.